So today I am going to be drawing and painting Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII Remake in her remake costume. Hi, my name is Luis Escobar. I'm a storyboard artist on the Simpsons television show. I've been working on the show for over 25 years now, and I'm here to empower you. So it's just a process painting. This is something that what I'm doing here is something I haven't done before. So it was a bit of an experiment on my part. I was just kind of winging it, but I just wanted to inform you a little bit about the process that you're not going to see on the screen, which is that I used a CG model program to light a figure so that I can come up with the lighting for the painting. So I would pose out the CG model and then light it. The problem with using CG models and lighting them, depending on the program that I'm using, I'm actually not going to share the name of the program I'm using. It's not a good program, but there are plenty of helpful apps and things like that. I'll put a description of some of them in the description of this video. What I was going to say is that the CG programs, whenever you use them, and it depends on the program, the lighting is a little off. It's not quite real, right? First of all, a CG model is not real skin, right? It's a plastic doll or a CG doll, and so skin doesn't quite reflect light on a model, on a CG model, in the same way that real skin reflects real light, because of the complexities of the translucency of skin. So in spite of the fact that I did have reference, I still needed to supplement that reference with pre-existing knowledge of skin painting and stuff like that. So there was a little bit more indirect information coming from me about how to paint the stuff. Otherwise, just you're not going to see the CG model I'm using or the reference I'm using. You will see some of the reference, which is mostly costume reference. I was using a CG model reference of Tifa, so I know what she looks like, and then I did my own thing. But just to let you know that that's what I'm doing. All right, let's get on with the drawing. All right, so whenever I'm actually working off of my imagination, working on anything, I start with a gesture drawing. And this gesture drawing is kind of a bit of a half-breed between gesture and structure. And really quickly, well, this is sped up, so it shows real quick how quickly I structured everything and I added solidity to her as fast as possible. But I usually start off rough so that I could then start drawing my final lines here. And so I wasn't being very perfect and clear and pretty with my lines. I kept this in pencil form. I figured that if I'm going to be sloppy about it, I figured I was going to be sloppy about it, and then with the color and the painting, I was just going to kind of fix everything when I added the color in it. One of the things that I'm doing here that I've never done before is this process where at one point I even decided that while I'm going to paint this, when I add the color, I am going to combine the line work with the color. Here I am fixing the pose. I changed my mind midway through this, and so now I'm adding, and I was actually even sloppier with this than I was with the first part of the drawing, using the model on the left here to kind of as reference to what Tifa would look like. And then I was flipping stuff around and checking to see. So this face I did not like, and I had to start it over. Also, the head and the neck were in the wrong place, and it looked like she had a broken neck. So I decided to redraw the head and changed it to a little bit more three-quarter front. And that's okay. I mean, that's the entire point. That's why I did everything here with pencil, so I don't have to if I mess up, I can fix it much easier. And eye fix, making sure that the eyes line up by flipping the drawing over, making sure that there's that one eye isn't smaller and off center. I've had problems with off center eyes before, so I'm trying to make sure that I don't do that. So now it's time for the color. Adding a texture, adding a background color to start off with, and then I'm using the regular pencil tool on Clip Studio Paint. It has no texture, has nothing. It's just a regular, it's a darker pencil tool. That's what it is. And I'm just very sloppily adding color. Not even within the lines. You can see how sloppy I am about it. And part of the reason is because I wanted the blue to come through, and I didn't through the drawing. I wanted it to be slightly translucent. That's the darker pencil drawing, and I think in Photoshop it does the same thing. It's really just kind of translucent. And throughout basically the entire process, I think eventually I use a little bit of the airbrush tool, but throughout this entire process, I was just using the darker pencil tool. Very sloppily putting stuff in and just coloring everything, and then tightening up the extra above. And then, like I said, eventually what I would do was I made a copy of the pencil line, and then I think I made a copy of the color. No, I didn't. I actually just merged the pencil with the color, and started. And then I just kept on going. The idea being that the pencil line is going to become part of just the paint. And at this point, it was really helpful to have a CG model and looking at the way that the lighting worked. But again, working off of any kind of reference, especially CG reference, you still gotta you can't follow it as completely as if you were using photo reference. Photo reference is much more accurate. CG reference is not as accurate, so you still kind of have to do your own thing with it, and still have to add whatever kind of knowledge you've got. See how much sloppier the line work is here? So I had to paint over it. I think I also merged the line work on this as well halfway through this process. But this was using all the knowledge and that I've gotten from using other photo reference stuff that I've been sharing, and the cartoony stuff that I've been sharing. This is the first time that I'm doing something that's directly out of my head, to do a finished looking piece that is similar to the ones that I would use a photo reference off of. The stuff that I use a photo reference off of, I tend to just do my own thing with from the photo reference. Here I am using dodge and glows to really pull out some of the lighting so that it enhances it, because I found that the colors I'm choosing weren't pushing the lighting as well as I wanted to. And then that's it. Like this background thing, I'm adjusting the background so that the characters can pop. And then I added this extra little glow here. And this is the final piece. And notice that I changed the background here on this. Part of the problem was that the character wasn't popping out from the background. So I had to darken the background so that the lighting actually pulled the character out into the foreground. So that's the process. That's what I did. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you're new to drawing, if you're interested in drawing but you have no talent supposedly, and are interested in drawing something, even if you can't draw yourself out of a paper bag, can't even draw a straight line or a stick figure, I highly encourage you to go look at a new course that I put up. There's going to be a link to the description of the course in this video. It's for people who just want to get into drawing and don't know anything about drawing. If you like this video, subscribe, and or join my Patreon to get a high res image of this drawing at bronze level. And thank you so much, and I will talk to you next time. All right, bye.